let me point out a few subliminal cues which illuminate the pedophilic undertones presented in the film titled Alice's Wonderland. First, let us recognize that this film was created in the early 1920s. At that time, film recording technology had not evolved to a state within which color could be projected and live sound recorded. In this case, the speech of the live actors was simply written on the screen for people to read. Music was then overdubbed and added to the films much later in the production process. To begin, let us take note of the premise upon which the film Alice's Wonderland was created. Little Alice, chock full of curiosity, pays her first visit to a cartoon studio. This simple sentence has a great deal of information within it. Little Alice establishes Alice as a small child. Chock full of curiosity indicates that Alice is in the midst of an adventure in search of something that interests her. She pays her first visit to a cartoon studio. Indicates that she has never been to a cartoon studio before, therefore she does not know where to go or who she might find in her curious adventure. Before we continue, it is important that we ask some important questions. Does little Alice engage in this curious adventure while in the protective care of her mother or father? Perhaps her uncle or aunt. Maybe her elder sister or brother or some other caretaker. No, this is not the case. Alice engages in this adventure alone, as if she is independent, responsible, and able to make her own decisions. In this sense, she has been projected as an adult, i.e., the pedophilic perception and projection of the child as an adult. Can you now see how the premise of this film has already established a sort of pedophilic undertone? Let us continue. Notice how Alice curiously enters into the doorway within which we find on the door the words studio and private. These two words indicate that the artist's workroom is private or personal, concealed or secret. Now, this alone should raise some red flags. What business does a little 4-year-old girl have with going to a place that she has never been without the guidance of an adult and entering into a place that is personal, concealed, or secret? Secondarily, why has it been previously established that she was curious about entering into a foreign place that was personal, concealed, or secret? But there is more to consider here. Notice that Alice is dressed in an adult manner. Notice that the dress that she wears is quite revealing. Notice that her face has an extensive amount of makeup on. These things are nothing more than the pedophilic projection of the child as an adult. You will find that many who have been subconsciously manipulated into accepting pedophilia will often increase their children's vulnerability to pedophilia by dressing their children up in adult clothing. This includes not only formal wear, but also swim attire, within which we find young girls being dressed in bikinis. I ask you, what is a bikini but a socially accepted form of public underwear? As a father who is committed to protecting his children, there is absolutely no ethical, moral, or physical reason for my young daughter to ever be dressed in such a way, let alone placed in the public eye for all to see. There are many who will claim that there is no harm done and that it is cute or charming to dress young girls up in ways that are attractive to adults. Such notions are in accord with pedophilic thought, and that the role of little girls in society is not to be cute or charming for adults. Such roles are plainly fulfilled through whores and prostitutes, roles that should not be projected onto children. While I have digressed, doing such was necessary, and that it exposes the level of our manipulation in terms of the projection of children as adults.